Well, you got the Vans, the Solomons, Grandmother Van's siblings, and going back. I mean, it's a very extensive family tree on that side. And even Uncle Jim. I'm glad I have it on video. But here we are at the. How would you describe this home, Beverly? This is the. This is the John Jolly Espy and Emma Carroll home. Emma Carroll Espy home.
Well, I'm very pleased to see the condition of it. It looks like it's being kept up very well. It's very pretty.
And this just shows you a little street. This is called Church Street, isn't it? And then you've got the cemetery where we'll be going later, the Baptist Church Cemetery on that side. And then the church is right behind us over here. Always are expanding this church, it seems. Okay, well, we're ready to walk over there. And my wife, Kate. You've seen Kate.
Yes, it is. Good. I'm Melissa. I'm Beverly. Beverly, I've heard him talk about you. Probably met you years and years ago.
Probably so. I've been.
Lisa Burris and Bud and Beverly, Dayries, and my wife, Kate.
Yes, it does.
I know. Nice to see you. Hello. Thank you for coming.
Right.
Isn't it the cutest
Well,
picture?
did you know him? Did you live down here?
See, I grew up here, but it was, you know, I knew Sarah Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and Major, but and you know, I might have known these people. Let me show you. This is how the house looked before they took the porch off. I've got my dog who sees something in the vent.
Yes, right. Yeah. You've seen that one on my blog as well.
Yeah, I have that one.
My dog, somehow my sounds are sniffs in this vent. There's nothing in there. We've had them cleaned out.
Yeah.
So I have to turn this sideways to keep him out of it.
Oh, okay.
But when we bought the house, it was carpeted, and all of the floors, I immediately had them pulled up, because you have the carpet had been here for years.
Yeah.
And this is how they all look when we pulled them up.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah.
That's how the floors look.
Yeah.
Dog and dingy.
Yeah. Now, was this closet always here?
It was always here.
Yeah.
Remember, but there was no bad wood, anything.
Yeah.
Everything was.
Well, I think a lot of it had been hot pine.
Oh yeah.
That's what they used to
This
say.
is oak and heart pine is over in the office.
Well, these floors are beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yes.
There was one bad piece of wood in the whole thing.
Is that right?
And
It's beautiful. It sure is. You can go ahead.
okay, we don't.
Now, don't you know that secretary's supposed to be over
Is that where it was? Well, Marilyn said that the piano's supposed to be here.
It was.
The piano's supposed to be
Yeah,
here.
it took up the whole. It was
That's
the
what
biggest
she said.
piano I've ever seen.
She said it took Marilyn, the ones at Marilyn's house.
Yeah.
Said
Yeah.
it should be. I thought Marilyn was going to come with y'all. They still at the meeting?
I don't know. No, it's just over. I don't know why she said something about it, but I don't know.
At one time, she was thinking of going to the home on Main Street, where
Y'all
her
been
home.
there? Have
But
you been there yet?
well, I got an email from the lady that owns the home, and she's not convenient for her right now to show it. So anyway, that's what Marilyn and I had discussed.
Well, your furniture just belongs in here.
And you know what? We hadn't bought a thing. We
It's
brought it all from Atlanta, what we had in our house in Atlanta, and it just fit.
It's perfect in here.
Yeah.
So we've had fun redoing it, working on it. We have not done very much to the nothing to the footprint of the house, you know. Some stuff we've done and have to do again. Like over here, the sunroom. We took up the carpet and cleaned the floors, and they were kind of not pretty, good floors at all. So remember, a long time ago, people used to paint something. So I wanted to paint this is like 3 coats, and it has not accepted it well. So it's going to have to be another painting session.
Well,
Now, is this sunroom an addition, or was this here?
It was here.
It was,
This
okay.
Here, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't in the first plans, I don't think.
no, it was here when my grandmother.
When your grandmother
Yeah,
died,
'cause
okay.
I remember a lot of us were out.
This is where they spend most of their time was in here.
Oh, this is my favorite room.
Yeah.
What were they doing here?
They had books and they would read and just.
And see, they
And
had
they
lounge
had
around
a television
they had a
set out
television,
here, too.
yeah.
And see, they have like over here, they had like a thing to put
I see Uncle
magazines.
Bob.
Yeah.
Right there.
They read. They had a TV antenna around here, real tall.
It's still there. We used it in case the house catches on fire.
Well, the light, we were here one time when the lightning hit it, and we were in that room there. It was at night, and it
we got it in case the house catches on fire.
Yeah.
I love what you've done with the pictures.
I do too.
It's beautiful.
They look fantastic.
Yeah.
Now my aunt she had bird prints out here, but this is really
Yeah.
I know.
All the same
Yeah.
frames.
Yeah.
Well, I love old family pictures. That's what I love.
Well,
so I have them all.
Well, that's
and
why.
This is a wonderful room, like storage-wise. Yeah, I got you out some of the plans to look at.
Good. Good.
There's also another set that was their house in New Jersey. They live here.
Is that?
What about that?
Okay.
And
is that something that we need to have, or is that something?
It goes with the house. It shows how they made it like this house.
Okay.
How they did the similar things. The architect worked on it.
Have you seen the photos of the pictures of that home?
No, I haven't.
On the blog that I have those in New Jersey.
Okay. Anyhow, this floor was painted red when we bought the house, and so anyhow, when the guy came, I thought he'll never get this up, but it's no problem. Just came right up.
You have a nice new fixture too.
You know, I'll show you. There are two originals still here, and I'll show them. And this is the original fixture that Marilyn said was always over the piano when you play.
Which one?
That right here. She said that fixture.
Oh, this fixture.
There for the piano.
Wow.
But it didn't look just like that.
Yeah.
That was for the piano.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now you tell us, Beverly. You'll know
Kay,
more.
what do you think of this so far?
Than me. Huh?
I was talking to Kay.
Well, if the video,
don't you love it?
Yes.
Can you imagine them not wanting this in the family?
Well, we would have tried to have bought it if he had retired about 10 to 15 years earlier.
Right.
But as it turns out, our daughters came back to Atlanta. We have our grandchildren there.
Oh, you live in Atlanta?
Yes.
So those are the original doors here.
The original.
Wow.
Anyhow, you know, you didn't bring your, of course, the maid was out here, right? You know, they had a separate bathroom out in the garage for the maid.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
See, in the South, the maid didn't use your bathroom.
Well, I think that's right. And I don't think women and men even ate dinner together. Like in Uzbekistan. The women were eating in one room and the men in another.
Yeah.
I know that it didn't happen in the South.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Well, yeah. And anyhow.
Beautiful.
Anyhow, and the door, it was a door just like this that was here, but it was not in good shape.
It's a new door.
Yeah, we had to, you know, it swings. It's a swinging door.
Yeah, it's very nice.
We had to do that. The kitchen, you know, Marilyn said, and you might know, Beverly, that she had a gourmet stove.
Yeah, but it was old.
Old-timey, but it came all the way over here. This kitchen ended right here, where that was. It just looked like it, you know, we're tall, and I just felt like it was sitting on my head. So I decided one day that I would have get these to tear it out. I had to just tear the ceiling out. Everybody, he's like,
I love it.
nothing. It went all the way to the boards. I said, tear it all out.
And
he said, the guy said, well, what do you want to do? I said, just tear it out, and I'll tell you next. My husband's traveling now. He's in Minnesota or somewhere. I said, just tear it all out. And then I said, now, I want you to sheetrock back and put it up. Didn't it turn out neat?
It's beautiful.
That's how he made the curves with the sheetrock.
Well, but it takes a lot.
A lot of trouble. He knew what he was doing.
I can remember coming down here and visiting when Aunt Frances and Uncle Roby were in most of the house, but my grandmother was still living over in this part of the house. And there were years there that it was not changed. I'm sure my granny just didn't want it changed, you know, but nothing was done. Did you buy that telephone?
I put it there.
There used to be one. Yeah, I still remember it used to be in that little room. That had been my granny's room, you know, and I still remember her talking on it. And she'd get on it, you know, and the operator would be there, and she'd ask to speak to somebody, and they'd say, well, he's down the road. Exactly. It was exactly like that.
Yeah, let's see. Hello. Isn't that cute?
You know you can get a brain tumor that way.
Anyhow, don't look at my cover.
Okay.
This is a wonderful cover.
Oh, that's nice. I could always just video that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That's wonderful.
I mean, and like my husband wanted to bring the kitchen further out, you know, and get. I said, this is why I bought the house.
That's nice.
It's a big
Very
house.
nice.
Yeah.
And so, but it opened another way. But see, we have, you know, I love the high ceilings.
Yes.
And there's enough room on top. They said there's another room probably that would be above here. It's big enough for another room, but we don't need more. Now,
this is the room I remember.
Do you remember the bathroom?
When I would visit Uncle Roby over here.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
But we've got to redo it. They drilled into, Terminex drilled into it.
Oh, no.
And it's got to be redone.
I remember that sunken Roman bath. I remember that. That is great.
Now, she had, let me tell you, we had to replace it. But they had a blue toilet, and
is that nice, kid?
Yeah, and it's some of it. I don't know what this was, but it was old and worn out, and but
I'm so glad that somebody has it and has kept it up in far beyond and just keep.
Well, we like it, and it's a happy house.
We're going to make this a World Heritage Site through the UN. I'm contacting someone in New York soon.
Yeah.
Now I'm not asking to look because I don't need to look.
The laundry room is in there.
I was just wondering if that was still a big closet.
Oh, I didn't show you. No, it's a. We used it for the laundry room.
Oh, okay.
I want you to see. Go back to where we were in the air conditioning part. You can see parts of the house that they don't even use anymore. There's a whole big center part that's not even used. When I remember coming to see Sarah Francis, she was in. I think it was this room. I want to think she was in this room.
It probably was. That was more of a sitting room.
She had a heart attack. Or
now, Uncle Roby had a bed in here, didn't he?
They had twin beds.
I thought so.
Twin beds in here.
But
I can remember before. I can't remember when they did what, but I do remember that there had been an old kitchen in here that my granny used. It was real chopped up, but it wasn't originally. After my grandfather died, and I think at least into the beginning of World War II, my granny rented some apartments out. And I don't know whether they had changed the house at that point or whether she rented it as it was. I don't remember, but I do remember it being really old and dark in here and chopped up and a little kitchen here. And there was a bedroom, I think, here. And then this room my granny used as a sitting. I don't mean to walk through it.
Oh, no, please,
okay.
Come on, I want to walk through.
You'll put a light on in here just to. You have.
Sitting room.
Oh, okay. Overhead light might be.
And she had
Thank you.
a big old square piano that stacked with stuff like stuff is stacked at my house. It was just stacked with stuff over here. And she would go out here and sit on this porch. And she spent her day when it was warm enough, sitting out there, chatting with people. She especially liked to chat with her sister Sally. And they just be going like this, you know.
That's great.
Now see, this was paneled, like in that back when you were in the back where, you know, we came in with that Hoosier cabinet was and the cupboard. That was pine paneling when we moved in. And that might have been something they did. But that carpet is original.
I thought that looked.
It's the original carpet?
It's original.
Wow.
I mean, I guess it's original to when they redid the house.
Yeah. Anyway, I spent the night, and nobody had told me that my granny had had a stroke and wasn't like she used to be. And I'd come in late, and she was asleep, so I didn't see her that night. But during the night, I heard somebody crying and crying and crying, and I didn't understand it. You know, I was maybe in high school age, but I didn't understand.
But she had definitely had a stroke.
Yeah, but I didn't know this, you know. And later, the next day, I found out that what she was crying about is she had gone back in time and thought she was a little girl on the train and had lost her pennies. And she was just crying like that.
That's a wonderful
story.
Now look at this bathroom.
Yeah, this is the bathroom I always use.
You have to go in and change your mind.
It's hard to turn
Remember
around.
that?
It's hard to turn around.
I bet you don't have what used to be there.
Oh.
Oh.
Little small bathroom.
A bar of soap on a rope hanging down.
No.
Yeah, in the shower, you know, like these yard dances.
And see, this was how they, you know, they called the help.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody's been here. You know,
He's still ringing the bell.
Nobody's home.
No one responds.
No one has been in here.
You should link that to Dad's house and get him to run over your house.
Yeah, he can run over your house.
It's a nice old room.
Explain a little bit about the history of this room.
What's the history of this clock?
Oh, it's just an old-timey clock I bought.
What, in an antique store?
Right.
Very nice.
And
it's marble.
Yeah, it ran down.
Looks like it's marble.
No, it's not marble, but it looks like it ran down. It's real oak.
Yeah.
It ran down, and we hadn't read the directions. I put it back. But anyhow, we used this. But Peggy Marlin said that, you know, the day that she got married, her mother had a stroke. And that she and Needham spent the first night here because they were, Sarah Francis invited to come over here to spend the night. Because she was afraid that her mother might die, you know. And I think she did die.
She did. I think it might have been several days later. I'm not sure, but she did die.
Pretty
in
soon
that time
like that,
frame,
yes. And we use it for an office because it's a great room for an office.
Yeah, it's got a good view and
and Rick worked at home some, and after we came back here and traveled, so he liked having, and I like him being up here on my way, you know, not that. Anyhow, but I want to show you. Let me see if I did want to show you this part, Alice, before we go upstairs.
Okay.
To see where the old house was.
Okay.
It's unbelievable how much is here. Yeah, you can see there's a back staircase. We didn't show all that. You might know. Be careful, y'all. Don't fall down the stairs.
So there's an area up there you're saying that's not used? It's just an empty room?
Like when you go over where the den is, they say there's plenty of space there.
I'm sure you had a back stairs.
Oh, I did too. It looks right there. It looks like it, don't you think?
All houses of this caliber would have had that.
Visited a week. It's the longest I was ever here. But I had a huge bedroom up there.
It's right there.
Myself.
Well, they took the in '57, I think it is. They took the La Resume, our high school yearbooks, pictures, and they came again last year and did them here.
Is that right?
Anyhow, we took all the carpet off the stairs, and they say that this is a burglar stair right here. You notice how it's smaller than the rest of them? So if somebody was running down the stairs, they'd fall. It's a burglar stair.
I never heard of that before.
Well, one of our friends that came told us that. And anyhow, I'll show you this room first. This is our room. I bet this is the room Beverly used to.
So, and Beverly, explain whose bedrooms were whose.
Well, I don't know. I think that at one time it was Aunt Frances's and Uncle Sid's, maybe Uncle Rose's. I don't know, but anyway, there were 10 beds here then, and I think I didn't visit him or come up here at the time, but I think my daddy stayed here for.
Yeah, he stayed here for several months.
Yeah, until he moved over there next door to where Whitey's house was.
And you have a terrace, it looks like. That's nice.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Come on now. Wow. Dust it off. We like to come out here and have a glass of wine at night. And spy.
Wow.
Now, Marilyn said they used to come out here and spy on people.
Oh.
Hey, would you say you're impressed or not?
Very impressed.
Very nice.
And the whole lot goes back there.
Just beautiful yards, like everybody that, like they came, Buzz and Blossoms, Rhoda Solomon, you know, came when we had that open house, and she, you know, talked about how the yards are just so old and so pretty and well done.
camellia trees still living? Camellia.
Oh, lots of camellias.
Yeah.
See, that's a camellia there.
Yeah.
One's here, and the azaleas have been. See, the azaleas are huge. Like this one's got a trash tree growing from the middle of it. But I mean, the azaleas, and they have been lovely this year. And this is supposedly where the dog's buried.
Oh, Patsy. Okay, well, that's what I was going to ask just then.
That's what Waddy said.
Underneath the little arboretum thing over back there?
Probably back in that area.
That's great.
Yeah, pretty. It's very pretty. You couldn't buy. Okay, you want to come meet them, bud? I told them you were working food.
Well, got part of that right.
The working part, right?
Alan, this is Ricky. Looks just like Mark. This is my husband, Rick.
Hey, Rick. Got you on video. That's a great YouTube moment right there. How are you? Good to see you.
I am very, very nasty.
Don't worry about it. No problem. Nice to see you. My wife, Cade.
Cade.
Miss Cade.
Nice to meet you.
This is her cousin, Beverly. And her husband,
Bud.
I'm Bud. Good to see you.
Isn't that cool? Bud and Bud John.
Bud and Blocker.
All right.
Who's Bud John?
Yeah, Dad.
That's my dad.
That was fun.
Well, it's on, isn't it?
Well, that's where my next cousin didn't see her.
All right.
So this is still a closet, but what were you?
They're cedar closets.
Wow.
She came down here from New York.
Look at this guy. Looks better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wonderful.
Oh, that's what it was.
And all the this was the wallpaper. But it was not any good, the rest of it. So, but I saved one wall.
I love the way you did it. It's wonderful.
I'm just getting the church up there.
Yeah. And, yeah, this was the original wallpaper. And I saved one wall. The rest of it just wasn't. And when we go back downstairs, I want y'all to show you the people who bought the house before us. They had a wolf. I'm not kidding you. When we came to see this, they had a wolf. Like he was howling at the moon, and it went all the way over.
A mural, right? I mean, not an actual wolf. It was.
No, it was a painting that they painted.
Okay,
well, we couldn't get anything, so we had to do this texture on this, as you can tell. Peggy said that when Sarah Francis died, that she and Peggy said she and Edith, your grandmother, came over here in this room, and they said every time Sarah Francis would get something, she'd just put it in here, what was left, the pie, and she said you couldn't come in here, and when they finally cleaned it out, there were 2 beds in here.
Well, let me tell you something. It runs in the family. I have a room like that, too.
Oh, well, honey, listen, people said, well, we brought all this with us, right, from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, honey, we're full.
Whose bedroom was this in the early days?
I don't know.
So this could be Granddad Major's bedroom. Did they share a room, Bud John and Granddad Major? You don't know?
I don't know.
See, we don't ask them those questions, do we? We should ask Waddy.
That's right.
I don't know.
But this could very well be a room that they just shared, or perhaps, but you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
See,
I'll just make up something.
Yeah, this goes through, but we'll go around to the other side.
Okay.
But it goes through. You know how went to.
Well, you know, when I came here, you know, I didn't feel like I really knew them all that well.
Well, you're right.
And I was very timid when I came here. You know, I didn't ask questions.
Well, no. And and here's the other bedroom that's up here. And she has wonderful covers. It has great covers.
Yes, that was a wonderful
cover.
Yeah.
And this is the other bedroom. They're really generous. Very big bedroom.
A tractor or some type to the attic.
It's right here.
Where was that?
It's right in here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's got
I remember.
Oh, you don't have to.
And yeah, it's up there. As a child, I can't imagine a child not having more fun up here.
Yeah.
So.
I remember that.
And see, there's another full porch right here.
Yeah.
And
don't run out of porches.
be careful, don't go out there.
Okay, that's where he's doing work.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might fall in it. We had rotted,
Okay.
and we were afraid that it might.
Okay.
See how?
Sure.
We're just glad it didn't run the porch downstairs.
What you need to do is put in a swimming pool on that side and put your high dive on over here. That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
Have you ever had a swimming pool? Y'all ever had a swimming pool?
You don't want one, because I I used to keep up the neighborhood pool, and I know what it's
We
Well,
have
that,
swimming pool.
then you can have that button downstairs
Yeah,
to match it.
that
Bud will come for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get your dad to come.
That's right.
And, look at that. Right. But anyhow, so when you step in, notice how the difference in the stair is. And that's supposed to
Be careful, Beverly. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I hold on for dear life. I fell down the steps. And the first day in the house where we are now, I always hold on the steps.
I just said I hold on every morning.
Oh, you're not going to go in there. Consistencies in the stairs, you know that.
Yeah.
This is really nice, I think.
What kind of finish do you have on the floors and steps? This is so nice.
Oh, it's like a basketball.
Is that a polyurethane?
It's a polyurethane like you would put on a basketball court. Because I want to be able to, I have asthma, so I need to be able to dust.